Looked around and round, didn't find him, had no doubt. I gave up so quickly, searched for ages like what's he about. After many attempts, I've decided to make it a video. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it might work, maybe it might not, but hopefully it does. Fingers crossed. I can't even eat without finishing this. Like genuinely, that's how committed to this I am. Like it's already halfway. Listen, looked around and round, didn't find him, no doubt. I gave up so quickly, searched for ages like what's he about? When can I see him, face him? When can I meet him and praise him? I needed a spiritual healing that none of us speak of or mention. Looked around and round, couldn't find him, no doubt. I gave up so quickly, searched for ages like what's he about? When can I see him, face him? When can I meet him and praise him? I needed a spiritual healing that none of us speak of or mention. Look, I dedicated a lot to the Lord because I find my battles and take on my cross. That's a process of healing. Now I study the greatest. Conquer corners, healing. David made. God made David a man. God, genuinely, yeah. I just had to say God made David a man and I was done. Cause, blood, I was close, blood. Looked around and round, didn't find him, no doubt. I gave up so quickly, searched for ages like what's he about? When can I see him, face him? When can I meet him and praise him? I needed a spiritual healing that none of us speak of or mention. Looked around and round, couldn't find him, no doubt. Getting frustrated, egg. Getting frustrated. Looked around and round, didn't find him, no doubt. I gave up so quickly, searched for ages like what's he about? When can I see him, face him? When can I meet him and praise him? I needed a spiritual healing that none of us speak of or mention. Looked around and round, didn't find him, no doubt. I gave up so quickly, searched for ages like what's he about? When can I see him, face him? When can I meet him and praise him? I needed a spiritual healing that none of us speak of or mention. I dedicated a lot to the Lord because I find my battles and take my cross. That's a process of healing. Now I study the corners cheating. How is this gonna be how is this gonna be a YouTube video? Like, I'm thinking about it and this is about to be a YouTube video. If y'all want more, y'all are gonna like the video, comment for part 2, and then yeah, you get me. Like, I'm not an artist, but you get me what I'm trying to say. Looked around and round, didn't find him, no doubt. I gave up so quickly, searched for ages like what's he about? When can I see him, face him? When can I meet him and praise him? I need that spiritual healing that none of us speak of or mention. Looked around and round, didn't find him, no doubt. I gave up so quickly, searched for ages like what's he about? When can I see him, face him? When can I meet him and praise him? I need that spiritual healing that none of us speak of or mention. I dedicated a lot to the Lord because I fight my battles and take my cross. That's a process of healing. Now I study the greatest. Conquer corners, cheating. God made David a man. The faith that I have is a reason. The faith that I have is a meaning. When I felt alone, didn't have a one line and couldn't even seek him. Part 2. If y'all want part 2, looked around and round, didn't find him, no doubt. When can I see him, face him? When can I meet him and praise him? I need that spiritual healing that none of us speak of or mention. Looked around and round, didn't find him, no doubt. Listen, when can I see him? When can I meet him? I need that spiritual. Yeah. I mean, if it's a video, then fair enough, innit? I hope it's not copyright. Genuinely, I hope it's not copyright. But yeah, man, peace.
Fuck it, I got a city back on the map. They wanna know where the